Bloody stupid this is. Can't come in. Right, well, thank you very much. Bye bye. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is the first episode I've put out for quite a while, I think. Mainly because we've had the problems of winter to put up with, where it's been very, very cold. I've had all sorts of problems with condensation, and because it's been so cold, it's not really been possible to stay on the boat when I'm not working. So that's why I haven't really done very much. So really today has been the first day that I've been able to actually get on with some work. One of the things I'll show you is an extractor fan which I've been rigging up, and that is hopefully going to help with some of the condensation problem. I'll show you that. There we go. So I know it looks a bit rough and ready. Rough and ready it is, but it was all an experiment to see whether it actually worked before I fit it finally. So I've got an extractor fan here, and then this is something I got off Amazon. It's just it's a fan. It's a speed controller, so I can control the speed of the fan. I ordered 2 of these units. One of the units didn't work, so I sent it back, and I've got a replacement one coming. So the idea is to have a duplicate fan on the starboard side of the boat in the same place, more or less. For now, this hose, at night I've been leading it out of the hatch. And then I've been leaving it on all night, and it does seem to have helped with condensation. What I've just done just now is I've made a lot of mess drilling a hole here, and that is going to take the hose out here, and then it'll be finished off properly, and that leads out to so it leads out to here, and you can see that's the bit of metal disc that I've drilled out. So basically the fan outlet will come here. I'll clean all this box out, and then it'll be protected against the weather, so there'll be a fan outlet here. And the other beauty of the fan controller is that you can reverse the polarity, so it means that you can actually have it as an inlet or an outlet. There we go. So that's the idea. The ducting hose leading outside through the hole, and I will seal around that. I've got some sealant that I'll make that airtight and watertight, and then I've just got a cable tie going around the middle bit to keep it right, and then that leads on to the actual extractor fan. And of course the other problem is that I have to move everything around, so all this stuff has got to be moved back if I'm going to sleep anywhere tonight. Of course, one of the problems when you're doing work like this is it makes an awful lot of mess. So I've got all these little bits of metal to get off, get that all vacked up and get rid of. Try not to kick this over. Jeez. Right, so this is one of the tasks, one of many. We're in this is the aft cabin. So the top piece here is forming the main part of the aft cabin bed, and I've cut some bits of wood out here, some bits of plywood, and I'm wanting to fit basically a couple of panels, lift out panels that will fit in here, and because of the shape of the boat I need to cut the plywood, and so what I'm going to do is to use a bit of cardboard, and then I'm going to try and transfer the angles onto the cardboard, cut it, fit it up, make sure it looks okay, and then transfer that onto the plywood and cut the plywood out. Quite how I do this I don't know. There you go. So everything, it's all difficult angles, including for filming as well. But what I've done is I've cut out this first bit, and then I've just got a spare bit of cardboard here, which I'm just going to get. So awkward. The number of times I've seen this done and it just looks so easy. Not so for me. Anyway. So I've stuck that extra bit of cardboard on at the right angle, and now I'm going to transfer this onto the piece of plywood. So here's my bit of plywood, and I'm going to now just use the cardboard as a template to mark the angles that I need to cut. Okay, so I'm going to cut this piece out. Let's see what happens next. Well, it's not the best fit in the world, but I think it'll be okay. I'll put a couple of lugs or something, I don't know what you'd call them, but just something that will turn down and hold it in place, and then the bottom will have something behind the wood that will just hold it in place at the bottom. I'll show you what I mean when I come to it. Never a dull moment. There was a new boat arriving. And the one leaving. So this is the board that I've cut out here, and I'll put a couple of little lugs on the bottom, and on the frame here I've just put a little edging piece so that when it fits in like that, okay, and all I need at the top, just show you that at the top, I just need to figure out how I'm going to put some kind of turning bracket or a toggle or something that just holds this board flat against the frame, but it needs to be something that can be quickly released so that you can take the board out. And so this is the other side of the post. I've got another board to put in here, which I've already cut to fit, and I'm putting in a couple of pieces of wood here for the board to butt up against, and then I'll have to do something similar with some kind of toggle that holds it in place, but that can be quickly removed. So another thing I need to do is just finish off the floor. So I've got basically the one side pretty much done. And I've now just got to do this side and get it to match. So I've already done this on the other side of the boat, so I'm just trying to replicate what I did. And what I've done, I've got these planks, and I've just marked them for where I'm going to cut them, and where I've cut them I'll show you. I've already done this one previously. It's the mark just coincides with a beam that goes across the boat, and the idea is that once I've got all the planks cut, then the planks will then be fixed together to form a one piece of flooring which can just be lifted up. So here we are back in the aft cabin. This is the work I did yesterday, just putting these boards in underneath the bed, and I just have to put a board in here, and I'll just show you how I do that. So I've just got a bit of cardboard, and I've marked the line down here, and then I've used a piece of wood to extend the line across from here. If I just show you, so I've used the wood to extend this line across, because what I'm wanting to do is to provide additional support here, and then this will become a short step. So I've marked the line out on the cardboard, and then I've just scored it with a knife. So I'm going to use that shape as a template to cut out some wood, which will act as a support. So I've used a cardboard template to mark out the piece of wood I need, and I know it needed to be extended for a certain length along this way, so I've just extended it. So that's just marked out one piece of wood. I just need to cut that out now. And you can see this is just a scrap piece of wood. I'm using any old bit of wood that I can, providing it will do the job. I'm not buying new wood, too expensive. So I've cut a piece of wood out, given it a sand down, and I've attached some strengthening pieces here, and that's just going to sit in there like that. And then the next stage is to build a step which comes out here, and that will have a couple of lugs the other side, which will help to give this some stability. The idea is, what I don't want to do is to have everything fixed in place, so you've got to undo loads of screws to take it apart. I want everything, as far as possible, to be able to be disassembled quite quickly. So I've adjusted my design a little bit, but at the end of the day I now have put it in upside down. Silly. So there we go. So that's a little step up to the bed, and then I've got another board here which will fit in something like that. But so far quite pleased with that. That can take my weight. I can even sit on it, sit there, or I can even sit down here if I want to. Ta-da! Yes. Time to go to work.